Good evening. I wanted to make this video real quick before I go to bed. I had something on my mind, and I wanted to make the video before I forget. And I think I'm gonna title this video, "Stop Lying on God." And what do I mean by that? You know, you'll look on Facebook, and people don't mean no harm. I think they mean well. But you'll see on Facebook and different other social media sites, somebody might get a new car, new job, new house, just anything that they're happy about, right? And they'll say, I want to thank God for blessing me with this house. I want to thank God for blessing me with this car. I want to thank God for blessing me with my new job. Blessing me to pass my test, or, just anything they thank God for it, right? And I just want to say, God ain't blessed you with no house, man. I'm going to explain to you why. Now, God has something to do with it, but God ain't gave you no house. God ain't gave you no car. God ain't made you pass that test. God ain't get you that job. I'm going to tell you how you got that house and how you got that car. Because if God gave it to you, why would he give you a house and then you got all these homeless people out here? Why he give them a house too? Just give them one. Why he gave you a house? Are you better than them? He love you more than he love them? There's plenty of people catching the bus walking right now. Why he gave you a car and then give them a car? Are you his favorite or something? He love you more than he love them? Now, what kind of parent would he be if he loved some kids more than he loved others? What kind of parent would you be if you love some of your kids more than you love the others? And how would those kids feel about the other kid that you love the most? They're going to build up resentment if they knew that you love one of the other kids more than you love them, right? So how do you think other human beings feel when they sitting somewhere with no car, no house, or homeless or whatever, they hear you talking about God gave you a house, God gave you a car, and they're going to be wondering, well, why he didn't give me that? Why he didn't give me no car? It might cause some people, if they don't know no better, to have a resentment against God. Because I remember when I was younger, in my teens, not teens, but early 20s or whatever, and I was bullshitting, right? Smoking weed, sorry here, didn't want to work. I was just, hustling, want to slang, whatever, but I didn't want to do the right thing, right? And I usually see people saying the same thing about God blessed them with a house or whatever, and they ain't had no house, and I'm out here slanging all this crap or whatever. They ain't got no house. Why he didn't give me that? But I was blowing my money. I'm buying rims and cars and clothes and shit like that. But I'm saying God ain't blessed me with no. I'm hearing somebody say God blessed them with a house, but he ain't gave me no house. And come to find out later on in life, as I matured and grew up and learned more, and got closer to God and understood how God worked, God ain't gave nobody no house. He ain't gave nobody no car. He ain't gave nobody none of that. What he gave you is a gift. That's what God gave you. He gave everybody a gift. He ain't give nobody no house. He ain't give nobody no car. He gave you a gift that allowed you to be able to go get the car. He gave you a gift that allowed you to be able to go get the house. So now, when I explain it to people, homeless person or anybody that's looking at somebody and like, why God didn't give me no house, he gave them a house. He didn't give them no house. They went and used the gift that God gave them and got them a house. They went and bought that house. They went to college. They studied for that test and passed it with the brain that God gave them. That's what God did. He gave you the gift, but he didn't make you use it. You used it. Everybody got a gift. Every man laying out in the woods right now that's homeless, they got a gift. And I ain't talking about the ones that's like mentally ill, they lost their mind. I'm talking about you got some people out here homeless. Ain't nothing really wrong with them. Might be alcoholics. They chose to drink, chose to do drugs instead of using the gift. Some of the best mechanics out here, some of the best welders, electricians, any other kind of skill, teachers, lawyers are strung out on drugs and homeless. It ain't that God done blessed them with no house and blessed you with one. It's that you chose not to do drugs or abuse drugs. You chose to go to work, save your money, build your credit. You chose to do all them things with gifts that God gave you. That he gave everybody. He gave everybody some type of gift, but everybody don't use it. So stop. I can't tell you what to do. You can keep saying God blessed, gave you a house if you want to. But the truth of the matter is God gave you the skill that you used to get the money and the credit to go buy the house. You did that part. You used the skills and the gift that God gave you. God ain't gave you, he ain't gave you no house. If that's the case, he'd be giving everybody a house. Wouldn't be no homeless people. You got homeless people, most of them, because they chose not to use the gift that God gave. They squandered them. I was one of them people one time too. Getting high all the time, smoking weed, can't pass a drug test. But I'm tripping out folks that got good jobs when they tell me, God bless them with a job. Why he want to bless me? They ain't smoking weed. They can pass the drug test. I can't. It ain't got nothing to do with God. God gave me the ability to drive a truck. God gave me the ability to be a personal trainer. God gave me a lot of skills that I chose not to use early on in life. And so I didn't benefit from it. Then you got people that had the same skills I had that got nice houses, cars, all that stuff. That they went out and worked for with the skill and the ability that God gave them. So I want to thank God for blessing me with the skill to get me my own truck. And the ability to get my own truck and to have my own business. And to have my own car and my own place to live and all that type of stuff. God didn't bless me with the car, but he blessed me with the ability to go get the car. He blessed me with whatever I needed, the gifts that I needed to earn the money to get the car. But he didn't just give it to me. He gave everybody the ability to do the same thing. You might not be a truck driver, you might not be a lawyer, you might not be a welder. But God gave everybody each individual talent that they can use to get whatever they want in life. Some people just choose not to use it. So stop lying on God like he gave you a house. God ain't gave you no house, he ain't gave you no car, he ain't gave you never the ability to go do it, and you use what he gave you. Have a good night. Oh, and like, subscribe to my channel.